What's up everyone, I'm Jeremy from Five Finger Death Punch, and I've been a Vater artist since 2007. I actually started playing drums when I was like 6 years old. I got a Kiss record, and as far as I was concerned at that point, I was in Kiss. I was totally enthralled and had to do it. So my grandma bought me like an $80 drum kit from Sears or something, and off I went. I basically, kept plugging away at drums forever, and then when I finally got a copy of Master of Puppets, I was totally blown away by double bass. So from that point forward, I just made it my mission to just be this double bass drummer guy. And started hearing all these records coming out that were just blowing me away, like Slayer and Anthrax and all these guys that were just shredding with their feet. So it was a huge influence on me. And then one day I realized that I started getting the shred fast double bass thing down, but I kind of lost a sense of timing and groove. So I kind of had to, reteach myself how to play in time. So I started playing to a click track and stuff, and I've been practicing ever since. I was in a bunch of bands in LA, plugging away, trying to have a breakthrough like so many other people. And finally, I formed this band with our guitar player Zoltan called Five Finger Death Punch, and we threw up some songs on MySpace and started getting some attention, caught the attention of our management and label, and we got signed, and here we are today on the Rockstar Mayhem Festival 2010 main stage. So it's been building nicely and things are going well. I basically got into Vater sticks in the 5B. A friend of mine turned me onto a pair of them, and I've been hooked ever since. I've been using them since '07. They're very durable, the weight is great, they never break. They're amazing. They don't break my cymbals, which is cool, and they're very balanced and even. They feel great in my hand, and I'm hooked, man. It's the only way to go. Vater 5B. Got the Jeremy signature, special signature right there. We basically have been touring this Record War is the Answer, our latest album, since last September when it came out, and we're, like I said, main stage of Mayhem Festival, obviously. And once that finishes up, we're going to go home and take about a month off, and then go out on a big arena tour with a band called Godsmack, which we're looking forward to. That's going to last about a month, and then we're going to come home, brush the dust off, relax a little bit, and then get together in a room and start maybe writing and record a new record. So I'm interested to see where we go. As far as like crazy tour stories, I mean, it's weird because the other night we all stopped and woke up in a panic smelling gas fumes. We were all freaked out about it. I'm like, what's going on? So apparently they had to replace the fuel tank of the bus, which is never safe, and you're not encouraged as an artist when you hear that news. So we basically bit the bullet and got a new bus, and we're just still moving in it as we speak. So we made it to the show. We did not die, obviously. We're stoked about that. So we're plugging forward, and we're on this Mayhem tour, rocking safe and alive with a new bus. Well, basically getting ready for any tour is very stressful, and we've learned as we've gone on, like when we first started touring, everyone brought like their whole life out with them, including like weight benches and armoires and stuff. But we've learned to scale it down and do it right. I think I brought like 2 little bags this time. I wear my stage outfits even when I'm not on stage, so it makes it easy to get it laundered and not have to deal with all this clothing stuff. And I'm lucky enough to have a girlfriend at home taking care of all the life stuff when I'm out here, so it allows me to focus and do my job and rock, deliver a passionate performance for the rock show. We've been doing this for 3 years, pretty much non-stop, and it's a great problem to have. Although we're never home, we're out here meeting a lot of great fans and seeing a lot of great places, so it's pretty cool. Well, basically when we first started touring, obviously you're thrown on at like 8 a.m. Fresh out of bed, you're scraping the grilled cheese sandwiches out of your eyes, and you're just thrown on stage to play for 19 people and see how it goes. But fortunately, radio's been working for us so well. Like, we've had some singles take off and had a lot of good response to the band, and we've been fortunate enough to land on some great tours, and it's just been building and building and building, and now we're at a point finally where we're on the main stage on this tour where we get to have some production. Like, I have a 10-foot hydraulic riser that's like Peter Criss Love Gun Tour 77, so I get to play a solo and rise up in the air and have a little ego stroke moment, which is cool. It's just great, man, having stuff explode and cryo bombs and concussion bombs go off. It's awesome. Sometimes you're playing and all of a sudden one will go off not in time and you freak out and look back, and it's all cool. But yeah, having production's wicked, man. It's really cool. As far as advice I could give to someone that's starting out, that's young, or maybe that's just starting the touring process, the thing I overlooked growing up my whole life was the proper warm-up exercise. And it's not, a lot of guys bang on pads, and warm up, But basically all you're doing is working the muscles the way you work them every day when you're playing. And the thing that I really have grown to learn that's vital is you need to stretch your body. Like I have a vigorous workout pre-show warm-up routine where I have like hard foam rollers. I'm rolling out my muscles, denting. I'm stretching with straps. It's basically like doing glorified yoga. I know it's not very metal sounding, but it saves your body, and I've learned the hard way. I mean, I do a lot of fast, brutal double bass. Stuff gets out of alignment. It's vital that you stretch and warm up, because if not, it's going to catch up to you. So you kids, listen to what I'm saying. I was too cool for that too. All I care about was shredding and stuff. You need to warm up properly, otherwise you will pay the price. One thing that you kind of overlook as well, like I would grow up and have a bunch of bands jamming in my basement. It's a concrete basement. You don't even think about protecting your ears, and all of a sudden it starts to catch up with you. You're trying to sleep and you're hearing ringing in your ears, and it could really damage your hearing. So now, you know, I use proper hearing protection. I actually use in-ear monitors where I can dial the levels down to a reasonable listening volume without damaging my ears. So it's very important to, you know, take measures to protect your hearing. I want to give a shout out to Vater for the constant support they've been giving me. My 5Bs have been holding up great. All you guys need to run out and check these out. These are amazing sticks. It's the last pair you'll ever buy, I guarantee it, man. Thanks for all your support. Keep it metal.